Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. Welcome to the Tuesday Night Gold Panning Fever episode number 195, where we're going to be going through a bag of gold nugget sales, gutter gold, if I can find it. I found it. Yeah, it's this one. It's not actually in a gutter gold bag. This is the first one he put up for auction. Put up three originally, and this was one of the first ones. He didn't have the gutter gold bag. But here, let me open up chat. Yeah. Let me say hi to everyone first before I pop it out. YouTube tends to mess it up then. HD, how's it going? Thank you for being here and being a mod. Donna, thank you as well. I saw both of you here. David Dandaran, thank you for being here. Ozark Buck, thank you for being here. And let me type it in now that Nightbot should be working. Make sure everyone goes check out Ozark Buck's raffle he's doing for the cause. Joey Brown, how's it going? Joey Brown. Oh. Crash, how's it going? Stephen LeBlanc, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Kristen Reed, Michael Reed, thank you both for being here. Appreciate y'all both so much. KC Sring, how's it going? 8-3 Sky Warrior, how's it going, brother? We need to bringing the rain this week, it looks like. Steven Stark, how's it going? I'm reading the AC people. What's up, Julie? Banshee Mining in the house. How are you today? Alan, how are you? Thank you very much. I had a wonderful 4th of July. I need to send you a message or text you to thank you some more, but thank you very much, brother. Sluice Boy Prospecting, how's it going? SRIP63, how's it going? So yeah, so tonight, I'm not sure I'm going to make it through the whole show. I saw somebody was talking about ACs. Here, let me pop this out and get this. My AC is on the fret, so I keep blowing breakers. That's why I don't know if you can hear it. I have my microphone set, so it should block out most of the sound, background noise. But my AC is running nonstop because it keeps popping the circuit outside, so then it's just blowing air and not cooling anything off, and I got to keep turning the unit off and resetting the breaker. So I'm guessing the capacitor is bad on it, and I'm trying to get the house as cold as possible, so if it breaks again, like when I'm sleeping or something, I have time to wake up and cool the house again. So no. It's a pretty fairly new unit too. I think 4 years old, 5 years. I think it's probably exactly 5 years old, maybe. I don't even think it's that old, so who knows. Thank you again, Alan. Jason G, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Jeff Bush, thank you for joining the show. But yeah, we're going to be panning out, like I said, we're going to be panning out some gutter gold, one of the first bags of gutter gold that Mike ever sold on Whatnot. And we're going to be doing a giveaway tonight. I'm giving away 2 half-gram bags of Paydirt from Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales. We're giving away the Best of California, a half-gram bag. This is just a regular Best of California half-gram bag. And then we've got a half-gram bag of gutter gold. But there are some certain rules. Tonight's going to be a little bit different. For these, you have to actually join Whatnot or already be a Whatnot person. I'll be posting a link that you have to follow. And if you're already a Whatnot, that's fine. But then you will have to just either follow, and you have to follow me. So Dylan, you can replace that capacitor yourself, save $350. I'll have to look at it. I need to look at it. So it happened yesterday. I guess it happened yesterday in the morning. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, so it happened yesterday morning, and I just figured it was something. I had my dryer running, and something else was going on. So I was like, well, maybe I just popped the fuse or something. So I didn't pay any attention. I reset the fuse, turned off the AC, reset the fuse, and it worked great. And then today it just went out again. And then after a couple hours, I did it again. So it's obviously, becoming more and more frequent. And I guess the last time I had my AC replaced, like I said, it's only a 3-year unit, something like that, 3 years old, 4 years old. So I shouldn't be having these problems. The old AC, my old AC that was in this house from the 50s, I replaced it, and look at this. Old one lasted 70 years, and this one can't even last 3. Oh. But I'll definitely Google it. I need to look at it and some. Like I said, it just happened. It happened this morning. And again, I was like, okay, well, let's see how it's going. And then nothing. Then, 15 minutes before the show started, it just decided to do it again. And basing on the, let me see. I don't know. I have to see because I got to keep looking at my AC on my phone to make sure it's working. So, oh, brother, that's awesome, Rufotris. Going to the Yuga hunt. That should be awesome. Fubar, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. AAA Rockhound, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. So, appreciate everyone being here today. Just summer stuff replaced. Yeah, they still shouldn't go that bad that soon. So I definitely gonna have to look it up. So I don't want to have to go by because this is like if it was a week without my son. And the thing that sucks too is I'll put up a picture probably on Patreon tonight or tomorrow. I just Saturday started cutting out all my cast iron plumbing to replace all my plumbing in my house. So I replaced everything from the tub to the sink. And I replaced it and set it up, so I just ran some Fernco, from the old cast iron to all the new PVC stuff. So, and then I have to replace the tub again because they were out. My original bathroom had brass pipes from the tub, and I wanted to keep the brass, but they didn't have replacement brass. They were out of stock, so I had to buy that cheap CVPC stuff, and I hate that stuff. So I had to replace that to get it to meet with all the brand new PVC, and then. So I'm gonna have to wait till the brass is in stock. Supposed to be some this week. Then I'm gonna go get that and replace it. So editing a new beach video. There's a gold sow. Yeah, gold sow. So one of the things, like I said, if you want to win some gutter gold today, you're gonna have to. Or that's not it. This is it. The gutter gold today. You're gonna have to go to Whatnot. Mike is live tonight, so I'll have everyone go join over there. Say hi to him in chat. Post a comment on a hidden video and stuff. So there's a little bit extra steps today. But you're getting something better than just a gold-plated dime today if you follow those extra steps. So we'll have to see. Yeah, but I love watching his show. He is live tonight, unfortunately. He's going to be live tonight and I think Thursday night. So, hey, Brad, how's it going? I'll tell him I said hi as well. No, but tonight should be good. Like tonight, this gutter gold bag, what do I have? I think it was, so when this bag went up, it had 6 grams added to it. So this little bitty bag had 6 grams of gold added to it, or 6 grams of gutter gold. It's not exactly gold. It could have, some of the pieces had quartz on it and things like that. And then afterwards, after the bidding was done, or before the bidding, after he weighed it, he threw another big piece of quartz in it, if I remember right. But this bag cost $650. So this was a $650. Dylan went crazy on Whatnot and got a $650 bag of Paydirt. So the Paydirt from this, as well as the Paydirt from that I panned out on my last video, my gutter gold video, I'm saving all that Paydirt, as well as all the gold from this and the other bag and whatever I might have missed, because I might have missed something. I definitely probably missed something in this one. Will be going in the Patreon bag. So all the Patreon members this month will be getting a little bit of gutter gold. So, Whiskey Lover, how's it going? I'm surprised you're here. I figured for sure you'd be over on Mike's channel winning all the gold. Yeah. But here, let's see. Let me go. I need to look up Nightbox. I need to see what the commands are for tonight for so everyone can win prizes. I know I set it all up last night, but I totally forgot right afterwards, because I'm old. No, let's see. Where are we doing? Commands. There we go. Yeah, so. Here, we will just, to make things easier tonight, we're just going to go, what is this? We're just going to pin the hidden comment tonight, so. Yeah, so there we go. So yeah, for tonight, to get a chance to win tonight, Paydirt, you must follow the link, above for Whatnot. If you're already a member, that's fine. You just follow the link and then follow me. Follow Miller Prospecting on Whatnot. If you've already followed me, that's fine as well. just do it, and then go to the hidden link, and then in the hidden link, any part of your comment, you must say followed, or follow, or following, or any any variation of that, you know. If you want to try and be funny with it, that's just fine as well. As long as I know you followed me on whatnot, that's good. That's awesome, Aramac. Yeah, I really love those. I actually just ordered 2.5. All right, I didn't order. I traded a bag of Paydirt to him. I still had one jar left of my elixir. I traded him the elixir and a silver bar I had from somebody else to get 2 of the 2.5 ounce bars, big bars of those for my kids' treasure chest. So followed, bought too much. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm kind of glad like he's on tonight, because when he's on Monday, I'll go on Monday and I'll be silly and be like, oh, I can bid. You know, it's a credit card. That's like free money. You know, Whatnot is it's like eBay. It's like an eBay app. It's an eBay app, but they predominantly only deal with coins, gold, and silver. So you can't sell cars or stuff off of Amazon and, you know, kitchen appliances and things like that. It's for a place for people to sell gold coins, silver coins, and stuff like that. Now, one of the things, and I will tell y'all, then we're going to start panning, is when you join Whatnot, if you've never joined before, they will give you a credit from anywhere from $10 to $200. The other day, Saturday, when I did the premiere, Vendetta got a $200 credit, and that credit is good for whatever. You don't have to buy $210 worth of stuff. Vendetta bought a $50 piece of gold. He still has $150 credit, so he can spend another $150. You can get $200 worth of free stuff from him. Now, most people are going to get $10 or $20, but you can get $50, $100, $200, everything in between. So it's free. Like I said, it's free to join. You join, you see what they give you. If they give you $10, you say, I'm not buying anything. Oh, well, so sad, too bad. But you never know. They give you $200. You can go on Mike's show tonight, bid on something, get a free bag of Paydirt, free gold nugget, you know. That just doesn't like you. I only got 10. Yeah, I know. That's what I told him. I was like, what the junk? I was like, figures. Vendetta would get $200. When I did it, see mine, let's pan and I'll tell you my story about how I got messed over. I messed over myself for that. But here, let's shrink down the thing and start panning. Because like I said, my AC, I'm not sure it's even working because it's supposed to already turned off right now. Yeah, so here, let's shrink down the ugly mug. Go to the panning cam. Make sure it's up there, but yeah. Start panning. There we go. Get rid of that. So, but yeah, when I first joined Whatnot, I joined Whatnot because I was doing a video about David Esmiel about his burglary. So I kept making new accounts, and what happened was the first account I made, I just asked him a question, and I deleted that account and opened another one. And after I deleted it, I saw an email saying I had $50 credit from the first account. So I could have gotten $50 I could have bought, you know, a silver round or something from David, and at least got something out of it. But now I can't. So I puckered myself the first time doing it. So, but yeah, it's free money. I mean, you can't blame it. I mean, I understand, like, if you get $10, you're like, hey, you know, $5 that's going to go towards shipping. You can't really get anything for $5, but you can go one of the coin channels. I picked up 2 old Indian head pennies that were CGC'd, and I got them each for $10. So with shipping combined, it was $25. You know, you can get some cheaper stuff. Mike's channel, maybe not so much, but you might get lucky and get $200. You never know. It's worth it for a shot, you know. Just got your first piece. Yeah, it takes a while to ship. I'm surprised that, you know, I will say Mike is rather quick with his shipping because he ships so much just from his Paydirt and his other things. But I think I ordered the first order I placed with Mike, you know, whatever it was, probably like a month ago. I also ordered this 2 CGC coins from one of the other sellers, the 2 pennies. It just shipped like last week, and it's just getting here, I think, tomorrow. So some sellers are pretty slow at shipping. You know, Mike's really good at shipping. So, all right, let me move around all my stuff. So again, once you go join Whatnot, either follow me or follow Mike. Mike is live, so if you want to pop in and say hi to him, tell him I sent you for a minute. That'd be awesome because Mike did donate these bags of Paydirt. He not only donated the 2 I'm giving away today, but he donated 2 I'm giving away next week, 2 for the following week, and 2 for the following week. So Mike donated 4 grams of gold, 8 bags of Paydirt to give out this month. He didn't ask me to promote him or do anything, but I really want to promote him on Whatnot, help him out. You can buy the gutter gold Paydirt there, things like that. So let me open up my YouTube app so I can see chat. And then we're going to start panning. Now, this is the water from the Saturday. I figured why clean it? It's all going to be the exact same stuff. We're going to, be panning more gutter gold material. And again, I am going to save this dirt. So this dirt will be going into bags of Patreon Paydirt. All right, now I got to do commercial. All right, there we go. Yeah, $10, man. I guess you used up all your luck getting to go to the Yuba River, brother. Yeah. All right, I need some gloves. I'm kind of flustered right now with this stupid AC thing. And it wouldn't be so bad if it was just me here, but this is my week with my son, so everything gets twice as complicated because, I could suffer through a little bit of heat, and put a fan on me, but I don't want to make my son, be like, man, it sucked at my dad's house this week, All right, how's it going, Weezen? Thanks for joining the show, and thank everyone for joining the show. If I missed you, I apologize. Again, we're going to be panning out some Whatnot Paydirt, some Whatnot Gutter Gold Paydirt from Gold Nugget Sales. This stuff right here should have 6 grams of gutter gold in it. I am going to be picking out any quartz I see just to go through it. Hey, Dorothy, thank you for joining the show tonight. Appreciate it. Now, again, I did pin the hidden comment for anybody new that's coming in. Tonight, I'm going to be giving away 2 half-gram bags of Paydirt from Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales. And you have to have 2 steps tonight. You have to, 1, leave a comment in the hidden video, just like you always do, but just post in your comment that you followed either me or Mike on Whatnot. And in that little click here to Miller Prospecting thing, the hidden link, there will be a link to go to Whatnot so you can follow me and Mike. So, follow me or Mike. You're probably better off following Mike. I don't put any content on there, but you never know. Maybe I'll have to start selling my body parts to pay for all these repairs. My house decided this is the year it's going to fall apart. So. It's really falling apart. It's funny. So I cut out part. Had to cut out for the I had to cut out the tub cast iron, and man, that stuff was almost totally closed up from rust. So usually cast iron, a lot of times it'll rust and kind of get pinholes in it, and that's when you have to replace it. Or like mine did, it got all rusty and just filled with rust. So. All right. Well, mine, I have to keep resetting it. I'm 90% sure it is off right now. But because mine, what happens is mine still runs. It just runs and just blows hot air, and I can't tell unless I go outside or feel the vent to feel the temperature. So it's just the outside unit's not working. The inside unit's still working, and it's just blowing hot air all over the house. So that's what I'm texting my son right now. All right, let's start panning. This is a material. Now, last time I think in my video on Saturday, I said this looks like his typical material. But I don't think this is his beach sand stuff. It looks kind of like his some of his California material. So this looks more like some of his California material as opposed to his normal beach sands that he has with seashells in it. So a piece of quartz. This one definitely has some gold on it. So we're going to put this one aside. Now, also, if you're a Patreon member, I'm probably going to take some of the quartz pieces out of here, and this is what we're going to guess on for this month's gold guessing contest. So I will show off probably some of it. I don't know if I'll use all of it, some of it. So this one should be a lot harder to guess because it's going to be a lot of quartz with gold in it. I might take out some of the pieces I already did from the Saturday show, mix them all together. We'll have to see. So yeah, Ortiz, I'm hoping, I just needed to get through today. I'm gonna call, text, come out. Yeah. Here, I'm texting my son and asking him to do stuff. All right, let's start panning. It's under Gold Sal. Oh, I forgot to put in that. Yeah, so yeah, you look up Mike. Mike is Gold Sal, GOLDSAL. You'll come fix it, David? Yeah, you're a little far from me. Follow both of you. Thank you very much, Tomcat. I think you were already following me. Yeah, so if you're already, and don't worry, if this isn't for you have to be a brand new Whatnot. If you're already a Whatnot member, I know a lot of you are. Whiskey Lover HD, I know a lot of Sluice Boy Prospecting. He sells on there, so I know you are. All you have to do is if you're already following Mike, if you're already following me, just post a comment in the hidden comment that you are. Like I said, I mean, this is all based on the honor system. You know, if you don't do any of this, there's nothing I can, you know, I'm not going to be going and double checking saying, oh, you know, you didn't really follow us and this and this and this. Mike donated 8 bags of Paydirt this month. You know, the karma gods will more than likely reward you than not reward you if you follow somebody or, you know, you do something. So, you know, all right, here, let me open up chat on my thing. Here, before we start panning here, let me add Gold Sal to the, so people know. There we go. All right, yeah, so I updated the pinned comment. It should say, let me see, does it say it now? Let's see. Here, we're going to unpin it and pin a new one. Oh, Dylan, come on. All right. So we're going to pan out. Oh my gosh, it will not let me pin this new comment. Oh my gosh. Everything's trying to be difficult today. I just want to pan out some stuff, have some fun. Come on. I need to get some gold to pay for all these repairs in my house. Beamer finishing pan? I have no idea what that is. Yes, this is a 10-inch blue pan. Yes, this is a Martin Prospecting four-stage pan, and it is their 10-inch version. The best deal they have is instead of just buying the 10, is that you can get the 10-inch and 14-inch combo. That's what I did. I used to use the 14-inch as my catch pan, but this sink is just exactly 14 inches, and I have to kind of jam it in there, and it kind of was taking out the paint. So yeah, if I see any quartz, I'm gonna try to pull it out tonight. It is gonna be this. This bag's gonna be one of the more difficult ones to do on a live show. So while this is Tuesday tailings, I am going to pick through these, back through this material after I'm done panning it out, because all this material is going into Patreon Paydirt. So I'm not gonna take it out and hoard it or anything else like that. I just want to try and evenly distribute it as much as possible. Going to some whatnot is also difficult. Yeah, I mean, that's why I said I'm not, this isn't, leave a message for me on whatnot to prove it. I still did the hidden comment, because originally I was going to have everyone message me on whatnot. But I understand some people just won't be able to join, because they've already joined or something else, so they'll get blocked. So some nice gold. But, if you can't join, that's fine. Just, if I can get more people to join and go say hi to Mike and check him out, there's not too many Paydirt sellers donating Paydirt to the channel to give away. I get people all the time that offer, I got a guy from Australia who just sent me a package that he wants me to pan out, and he sent it to me for free. But, he doesn't want me to, there's not many Paydirt sellers that are sending Paydirt to give away, to people watching a live show, that might not ever spend another penny, I'm Miller Prospecting. Who do you think I am, Weezen? What did you get? What kind of money did you get, Weezen? Did you get $10 too, Weezen? Hey, Jose, how's it going? So one of the things about this gutter gold is sometimes these like shale pieces have gold on them. So you got to look at those too. And I was telling someone the other day, and I think it was one of the comments, one of the reasons I really like this gutter gold is when you see Mike on his gold vlog show, and he shows some of these giant pieces of golden quartz, like these 2-pound behemoths. I know I'm never going to be able to own that piece. I'll probably never go to touch that piece. The closest I'm ever going to see that piece is by watching the gold vlog. But when he etches that gold, it could be in this. So some of this gold could have been from one of these famous nuggets. He's got some really giant, what's his biggest piece? Is something like 200 ounces or something like that, And it's a piece with quartz. So maybe when he etched it, a little bitty piece of gold fell off, and this is in this pan. So you never know. I don't know where the follow button is. I know it's on there. I'll have to open up my Whatnot in a minute, and I'll look and see how everyone can follow. I know Whatnot's not the most the easiest service. I can't I can only use Whatnot when I'm on my desktop. The app drives me absolutely crazy. Like bidding on it drives me crazy. Every time I bid on the app, I end up overspending 10 times more than I wanted to. No. I can't tell. Is that gold? That is a big old hunk of gold. Look at that. That's a big old piece of gold. See, that's one of the things I like about bidding on these on the Whatnot app, is just because of the fact that, I knew he had 6 grams in it, that I kind of based my price on what I was going to pay for it. It was about $100 a gram is what I paid, which is a good deal. And you get a monster like that in there. So we'll put that in the side pan. Utah, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Yeah, a lot of this gold is just really beautiful. Now, some of it's just going to be regular gold that he was cleaning and fell out of the pan. If you saw my intro on my video, you can see some of the times, I don't know if I put that part in there, but sometimes he's just clean, you know, he has a bucket full of gold and he's just rinsing it and a little bitty piece in. But most of this stuff is beautiful pieces. Like you can see almost every one of these pieces definitely came off of something. It came off a host rock somewhere, you know. And then you just don't know where. You know, one of the reasons why I love Paydirt so much and panning Paydirt, and you see the question all the time, people ask, they'll say, well, why don't you just, you know, buy some gold and stick it in your own dirt from your backyard? That's no fun. I'd get tired of panning out Dylan Miller's backyard dirt. You know, sometimes I want to pan out Alaska dirt or Washington State beach dirt or, you know, Colorado dirt, Alaska dirt, you know, some nice Arizona dirt, and, you know, that's the fun of it, you know. And then you can even get, you know, you can see the vast differences in dirt just in California. You know, you'll see some that's red and clay, see other stuff that's almost got no black sands, lots of black sands. That's the fun of it, is panning out all the different types of dirt. And this is the same thing with this, you know. I really like the gutter gold. And a lot of people know I'm not a huge fan of fancy gold, you know, specimen gold. I usually typically, like, you know, I have a little bit of nugget collection for my kids. Almost none of it is specimen gold, you know. It's just, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think I just heard the circuit breaker pop. Damn it. So, dang it. So, but this stuff I like, just because you don't know where it's from. Not only, I mean, I might know where the dirt comes from, but do you really know where the gold came from? I agree, Steven. That would be the perfect for me, is just buying a little piece of land with a little river on it that has a nice little, just enough gold where, you know, I could get a couple $100 a month out of. You know, I don't have to like struggle working. I can just go out there with a little dredge and trommel and just, you know, get a couple $100 a month and work it for the rest of my life, you know? I mean, obviously, you have to be a place somewhere where, you know, it's constantly being fed more gold, but, you know, otherwise you'd be pulling out a lot too quickly. Sure, I would. Why not? Just send me a message on Patreon. I'll send you my address and tell you, brother. So, and again, I apologize. Tonight is probably going to be a shorter show. It's going to be a very flummoxed show because I am 100% sure my AC just went out. I heard a fuse pop, and I'm 90% sure. And trying to keep getting my son to go outside, texting him, is going to drive me crazy for the next hour and a half. We will pan out the whole bag of Paydirt, but we might not chit chat too much. I had planned on maybe trying to weigh up some of the gold, but I don't see that happening. I'll just post on Patreon or something. Yeah, this is definitely some thicker material than in my video. In my video, the material is pretty clean. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has to be in a few years when I don't have my kids anymore and I can just, you know, move on to it and be like, this is mine. Yeah, okay. AC just popped again. So here. So we're gonna have to take a break for a second. I'm gonna turn off the AC and at least I can do a lot of it from my phone. So. All right, we'll wait for the AC to shut down. I'll go back on. No worries, A3. No worries. Like I said, you try. That's all. Just still go leave a comment on Hidden and tell me you're followed. Just do that, brother, and I'll be happy with you. Like I said, this is just more do it if you can without being a headache thing. How did that go for you? All right. We'll give it a few minutes, then we'll go. This is a really nice piece. Dirty is all, but definitely gonna save this piece. I don't know how good you'll be able to see this here. I don't have my camera open because I have my whatnot open. There we go. Let's see if we can see this. But this is essentially gold wrapped around a ball of quartz. So I don't have the autofocus on, so I will take some pictures of these things and I will put them on Patreon later tonight. You could be a free member on Patreon and see all the pictures and stuff I add. 90% or a good portion of what I put on Patreon is free. The only thing I really don't put on Patreon that's not free is my daily ROIs. When I post pictures and stuff of what I recover, it's always free. I'm going to be updating a lot of the stuff I do on Patreon, making it a lot more friendly and more info on it like this, where tonight at the end of the shows, I'll post pictures of the stuff, final weights and stuff like that. Stuff I just can't do live on the show, so. You just walk around, you keep running into people. Yeah. Mega Silver Stacker, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Jeffrey Button, thank you very much for joining the show. PA Patriot, thank you for joining the show, brother. Thank everyone for being here tonight. Again, few things. This is going to be a very short show. I am having air conditioner problems, and it's giving me a headache at this point. And of course, it just started really happening right before the live show, so I couldn't let me call the AC people ahead of time, get them out here, sooner than later. But so this is gonna be a short show. I'm probably only gonna be on here for another 30 minutes, tops 40 minutes. I don't know. But I will post a lot of information after the show about the gold. Some of this gold that I'm going to be showing tonight will be in the Guess a Gold. We're going to show it off before the end of the show. So for the gold guessing contest for Patreon members. So if you're a Patreon member, I will show you some gold tonight. But then again, Saturday will be the main video, just in case you want to pause the video while we're, after the show to try and do some preliminary measurements and stuff like that. Oh man, this is such beautiful gold. I will afterwards as well. After this show, I will post on Patreon a whole bunch of pictures of this stuff, as well as pictures of all the gold, and you can see which piece is in there for the gold guessing contest. At the end of this show, I'm going to be giving away 2 bags of Gold Nugget Sales Paydirt. Both of them are half-gram bags. One is a gutter gold bag of Paydirt, just like this stuff, just not as much gold because it's only got a half a gram. And the other one is one of his California bags, the best of California, half-gram bag. And all I'm asking is you do 2 things. One, you go up to hidden comment, just like you're used to every single week, and leave a comment on there. And tell me you followed me, because right underneath that hidden comment is a link to Whatnot. I need you to join Whatnot and either follow me, Miller Prospecting, or Gold Sal, which is Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales, because he donated 8 bags of Paydirt to give away this month. I told him, that we were doing a month. Almost every video this month, except for the gold guessing video, will all be about Mike at Gold Nugget Sales. He is my #1 rated seller on my top 10. He's pretty much been the #1 spot for the last 3 years. Got taken away a little bit by Culver. So he didn't ask me to do anything for him. He just said to give it away, but I really want to push his Whatnot. I think everyone should go over there, try and get some gold from him. I know a lot of us buy gold from him anyway, so might as well get some gutter gold out of him or something like that. And one of the good things is when you join Whatnot for the first time, they will give you a credit from anywhere from $10 to $200. No minimum purchase required. You don't have to spend X amount of money. If they give you $20, you can spend $15 on something and get $5 shipping, and then it's paid for. So it's a good way to get something for free. They obviously have some very deep pockets right now because they used to not push it this hard. It used to be a $15 credit. So you used to be able to join Whatnot. They would give you 15 bucks. That was it. And now they're doing this random thing to try to get massive amounts of people to join. I'm sure this will end eventually. So everyone that wants to go over there and maybe get 200 bucks. Vendetta got 200 bucks Saturday. So I know a few people got 20s. I think someone today said they got 10. So Jason E. Miner of Golden Skull Prospect. Man, your name just keeps getting longer and longer every time. Yeah, they just changed it not too long ago. So when they first opened, they were doing random. Then they switched to $15. There was just a $15 flat. Because even Mike, when Mike started his about a month and a half ago, right when I joined him, it was 15 bucks. And I guess it was like 2 weeks ago, they just switched it to a random, anywhere from 10 bucks to 200 bucks. So, I really want to push Mike's channel right now. You got 10 bucks. Yeah, that's it. They're really trying to push it because I think what happened is, it's just like anything. Any website, they get stagnant after a while. You only have the same sellers pushing the same stuff. And I know they've really been trying to bring in some new sellers. So they're trying to bring in new sellers. And the only way to bring in new sellers is to bring in more money, which means more, buyers and stuff like that. I still have the 15 bucks. Yeah. So they're really trying to push it right now. And so I figured, since Mike's donating all this stuff, I might as well, push everyone to join it now. Because you don't know, in a month from now, if you join, you're going to get 15 bucks. Maybe today you'll get 50, maybe you'll get 20. That's an extra 5 bucks. And like I said, you don't have to obviously spend it on Mike's channel. I mean, it'd be great, but most of his stuff tends to be expensive. You get 20 bucks, you go to one of the coin channels and you get yourself a nice graded coin for 15 bucks. Ship for $4.97 free. You get a nice little coin to add to your, hoard and cost you nothing. I saw that, Brad. I saw you had some gold on there now and some Paydirts. Just yeah. And again, I am going to pick through this and repan it all. I might do it tomorrow, but I will make a post. I'll probably do it all tomorrow. Tonight, I'm sure I'll be on the phone with all the AC people trying to find somebody that can come out as soon as possible. And Whatnot is an eBay-like app. It's an app. If you go to my pinned comment, there'll be a link there. And when you click it, it'll open up. And it's essentially eBay. It's an eBay store, like a company, but they only deal with coins, silver, gold, things like that. So there's no, kitchen appliances or, used car parts or anything like that. It's just for gold and silver and coins. So, I mean, they have some other things. I see people selling gems and opals and stuff like that, but it's mostly, stuff from like our community. So. I would be careful. I will tell you one thing. So back in the day, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of his website. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank now. A guy tried to do that with stuff where he said originally he was going to bring in Paydirts from overseas, across the pond Paydirt. That's what it was. Across the pond Paydirt. But one of the problems you'll come across that is you got to remember. So let's say if Joe Blow tells you, hey, look, yeah, I'll sell 1 gram bags on your website too. They're obviously going to have to charge more because you're going to charge them something. So if your price right now, I think today was 107, you're going to tell them the minimum you can sell yours for is 112 because you got to pay me $5 to put it on my website. So less people are going to buy their Paydirt than they're going to buy yours. And then they're going to kind of not make as much money as you're going to make. And then if they stop shipping, that's your name. That's your name on the line. So you're putting your name, your reputation out there just to help somebody else sell something. I'd be very, very cautious about that. You know, one-time deals, maybe. I don't know. See, personally, me, I wouldn't do it just because, like I said, it puts your name, your reputation on there. If somebody goes on there and buys $500 worth of stuff, $1,000 with the other person, and they never ship it, they're gonna come after you. You know, you're the person that they're gonna be bad mouthing. You know, Music Man, yeah. So, so I would just be careful. I mean, you always want. I mean, the way I always figure, there's enough places for people to sell. You know, they could sell on eBay. I mean, it's 15%, but you get the traffic. That's what I always figured. There's a reason why some people, you know, sell on eBay and don't open websites. You know, because if you open a website, you're gonna pay about 4% in fees anyway, maybe 5% just in credit card fees and hosting and stuff like that. eBay is 14%, so you know the extra 10% brings you probably 10,000 views, you know, a day. So you get a lot more views. It's kind of worth that 10%, you know. Because you'd be amazed at how many people email me and tell me that they've been buying off of eBay for years and did not know that they had, you know, websites. I mean, even me, when I first started doing reviews and started panning Paydirt, when I first started panning Paydirt, I think I panned Paydirt for a year and a half before I started my blog, and then probably 6 months, so 2 years, probably about 2 years before I did my first YouTube channel, my first YouTube video. I had never heard of Gold Bay. And Gold Bay's been around 25 years. Just when you Googled him, he was not showing up. He did not have a good algorithm or whatever on his Google. He did not show up if you search for Gold Paydirt. So, Culver, what's up, brother? How's it going? All right, so we are done with that. Let's do the mini pan. You got 20 bucks. It's not bad. You can get a little something, something. Remember, I think almost everything on Whatnot shipping is $5. Sometimes some people do free shipping, but 90% of the time it's $5. So yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. eBay isn't. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of eBay because there's a lot of scammers on eBay and stuff like that. That's where the scammers tend to go. But compared to a website, it's not that much of a difference in pricing. You know, considering all the views you're going to get. You know, you'll sell a lot more pay dirt. You might have to, you know, you just have to be better at pricing. You know, be more cautious about your pricing. Then you have to deal with a lot more scammers on eBay, of course. But and how are you doing, Andy? Been a while. Hopefully you've been doing good. Teo, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Still goes over a pound. Yeah, but anybody that's buying anything, I don't think anyone I'm sending on a whatnot is buying anything over a pound gold wise. Yeah, United States Postal Service is the biggest detriment to Paydirt. It really is. It's costed. When I first got into this, you could ship a priority mail package envelope for like $6, and now it's 10. You know, $11. About to go up to 12. But again, tonight you can win a bag of Gutter Gold Paydirt as well as a bag of Best of California Paydirt, both donated by Mike over at Gold Nugget Sales. All you have to do is make sure you go to the hidden comment above. And Whatnot. You go to the hidden comment, leave a message. Don't worry. If you tell me you followed him, that's fine. If you don't worry about it. But go join Whatnot. Say hi to Mike. Try to follow him. His name's Gold Sal. Or try to follow me, Miller Prospecting. No, I'm down here sweating now. It's getting hot. Aggravating me too. You know. $4.95 when a flat rate envelope. Yeah, for a flat. That's right. It used to be $5. I remember it was $4.95. Then they jumped it up to $5.25 right after that. Like it didn't stay $4.95 long, and now it's double that. It's just crazy, and the service has gotten worse. You know, and a lot of that has to do with Amazon too. Amazon tricked them into giving them a flat rates on stuff, and they've just been abusing it. So. Yes, it's really awesome with Mike. That's why I'm trying to. Mike did not ask for anything. He donated 8 bags of Paydirt to give away this month. I'm doing 2 bags a week for all 4 Tuesdays we have this month. So, you know, I figured the least I could do is try and get everyone to join Whatnot. At least go say hi to him. You know, maybe Whatnot will give you $200. You could spend it on his channel because he gets to keep that money. It's not, you know. This isn't money where they're like, oh, we'll give you $200, and they tell the sellers, oh, you know, you're not gonna get any of it if they buy something. So, you know, awesome, Mega Silver Stacker. I appreciate it. So I understand some people can't join Whatnot. They've already joined Whatnot. They're already a member of Whatnot and all that. If you're already a member, go tell Mike. I told him you just stop in and say hi. I'm probably gonna join the show in a little bit because, like I said, this show is going to be ending. In the next 15 minutes, so I can go deal with AC people. I might have to run to the store and go buy 2 window units so I can keep my house relatively cold while I wait for AC people, because you know it's summertime, so this is their busy season. They're not gonna be coming out right away. And you know what sucks too, and I know it. So summer hit what, like a month. I guarantee I'm gonna go look at my credit card statements. But I just had them here to service a unit probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. I just had them run it through its paces and everything, and go figure, a month later it goes whammy on me, you know. Yeah, coincidence. Just a coincidence, just like all the people falling out of windows in Russia. Yeah, tell them I said hi. I'll probably pop in later. You know, I need to win some cheap gold or something to make my night better, so. And I should have known too, because like whenever I start a house project, that means something else is going to break and cost you money. So, you know. So, good news though is that will push me. I will be having my Mighty Mini Paydirt coming out on Patreon, and I probably will be selling it just to anybody. Don't even have to be Patreon a member. Because it's going to be a pricier one. It's the Mighty Minis. There will be bonus bags. It will be 100% ROI Paydirt. It's going to be 100% ROI Paydirt. It's going to have bonus bags, but I need to sell it to get some money because, you know, this house is going to put me in the poorhouse. And this is already a poor house. I'm about to be in a poor tent. Yeah. But all right. I think that's as clean as I'm going to get it tonight. This is really nice. This is much better than the 2-gram bag I had. I mean, the 2-gram had a lot of quartz specimen gold that probably worth a ton of money to the right people. This one had a lot of just really nice gold. Had one big, this is the big, that's what I said early in the video. I thought Mike threw in a big piece of quartz right before, after he weighed it all up. And it's got a nice bit of gold on it. It's kind of dirty. It's got some nice gold on it. And then the 2 nuggets. So this one is a beauty. I'm definitely going to take pictures of these. I won't put them on a scale or anything because these will be for the gold nugget guessing. So either one of them or both of them will be for the gold guessing. So, or maybe all 3 pieces. Who knows? I will figure that out, but you know, I will, once I post them on the Patreon tomorrow, I'll tell you what we're going to do for the gold guessing. Yeah. But definitely try and clean that one up a little bit before I take pictures of it. You know, it's that nice red quartz. So it looks dirty, but it's just quartz that's red. So, but some beautiful stuff. Oh. So yeah, all this, maybe not these 2 pieces, are going to be going in some, maybe one of them. Maybe I will put one of them. We'll have to see. We'll be going into some Patreon Paydirt this month. We got to see how much there is there. I might have to get some more. Yeah, or mix it with some regular gold. We'll see. But all right, it's ugly mug time, and then it's Dylan rush off and start using phone time and call AC people. Turn my AC back on. Hope it turns back on. You know, I mean, I don't mind resetting the breaker every few minutes. That's, I mean, I could deal with that. You know, when it goes out, but it's a pain. But if it goes out in the middle of the night, it will suck. And it keeps happening quicker and quicker. So eventually it's just going to stop working. So, all right. Now that I'm aggravated for the day, at least I got my coffee. So, and I wasn't going to make my coffee too. I was like, oh, I don't need coffee. I'm glad I made it because I'm going to need it to keep me calm today. So, all right. That's some beautiful gold. I'm definitely going to take some pictures as well. I'll be on Patreon. You can be a free Patreon member. And again, if you're a free Patreon member, you can do the gold guessing contest and win something. I think this month, the gold guessing contest, even the free members will get a copper round that was donated by a whiskey lover. So, all right. Ugly mug time. Where am I at? All right. Let's shrink down the panning cam. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm starting to sweat down here. Because of the heat from being upstairs and everything. All right, let me pop out chat. Where are you at, chat? There we go. Ward Shadow, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Jeffrey Button, everyone. Mark Sheldon, thank you for being here. Sounds like the pump is drawing hypes. Yeah, I don't know what it is with it. So, like I said, I just had them. See, and I'm one of those people. So I bought the air conditioner. This is all new unit. When I bought the house, I think the year after I bought the house, I had brand new AC furnace put in the house. And because the stuff had been sitting here since the house was built in 1953. The furnace, the AC, everything was that year, and they were starting to have problems. So I just had them replace it all, everything, all the units, and then I haven't had any maintenance. I know you're supposed to get like every summer you get them to come out and check the unit. Every winter you have them come out. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Well, this summer I was like, it's been a while. Let me have them check it, So I have them come out and check it, and they just checked it like 3 weeks ago, and now it's busted. So it's kind of, and it just, I'm not too worried about it. Things break. It's just an aggravating thing because I'm gonna have to go to Home Depot now, go buy some window units. Make sure I'm very careful at opening them because I'm going to return them as soon as I get my AC fixed. But then I have to wait for the AC people to come out here, tell me it's going to be $500, give them a check for $500, All right, Sluice Boy, I'm not going to be here much longer. I'm here maybe 10 minutes more. This is just, Rinky's Carnage Crew, keep the house going. It could be a bad breaker. Yeah, it could be that too. So I'm going to find out. Like I said, I got to have somebody come out and deal with this. So, but all right, let's see. Yeah, let me see, make sure. Let me see. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. See? All right, I'm just checking out, making sure everyone's comments are going through. So there we go. There we go. So, get the link. And I apologize for this short show. I was really going to try to keep the show until 8. I figured the AC would keep working. I mean, I just reset it all right before the show. That's why the air conditioner was on. I was trying to make it stay on, but then it turned off, then turned right back on and popped it again. So, no worries, Sluice Boy. And I see you in Gold Sal's show every once in a while, so I have to make sure I say hi more. Awesome, Alan. Awesome. I'm going to probably pop in a show probably like 30 or 40 minutes after I'm done, just after I finish calling all the AC people. See who can get out here the quickest, to fix something. Because like I said, it wouldn't be a problem if it was just me. If it's just me here, I go, I can go stay in a hotel room or something for the night. Or if it gets too hot, I could just keep popping the circuit breaker every hour, and once I get hot, I'll be like, oh, Stephen AC's broken. Come back downstairs, flip the breaker. But with my son being here, I don't want my son to have to deal with being an 80-degree house and 90-degree house until I wake up and turn the AC on. So I probably bumped the ground wire during service. They did something. It just seems funny that right after they come and do service, it has an issue. So, but. I mean, I will say they're a good company. They're usually really quick to come out. So, which is why I've stuck with them. They tend to be a little bit more expensive sometimes, or charge you for what things you don't think you should charge them. But, strip down and run around the house naked. Yeah, Wesley. Well, definitely I don't want to do that around my son. I am Zaxxon. How's it going? Amp clamp, you can figure it out doing. I don't have an amp clamp. See, that's the thing is, when I got divorced, all my tools went to the divorce to the other side. So I've been slowly rebuilding all my stuff, and it just, as stuff breaks in my house, I buy stuff. But unfortunately, when something's expensive like this, I can't, it's easier. It's cheaper for me to just hire someone to come in and fix stuff. Like I said, and the thing about it is, like I said, I just started ripping out all the old cast iron in my house this week. So I did from the sink to the tub, replaced all that with PVC. And I was going to do the toilet and the sink next, because that's the next big section, and that's all 4-inch. And I was going to do that the end of this week for this next weekend. But now the money won't be going to that, because, PVC isn't cheap. All the other stuff isn't cheap. So the time for pulling out the toilet and stuff like that. And I was probably going to end up replacing my toilet because it's old. So that'll have to wait. Now I'll have to deal with AC. So Wesley. Whatnot wants to take 45 minutes to download. What are you on? What service do you have? It took me like 10 seconds though. Did you get an ad? Yeah, I'll have to look. I might have clicked something wrong here. Where is? You shouldn't get ads. I usually try to make sure I don't get ads. Let me see. My ads automator is on. Oh, why is it on? I must have, when I've been setting the show, I must have clicked something, but I usually put monetization on, but ads off, which means that it only puts ads on once it becomes a TiVo show, once it's DVR'd, where during the live show, it shouldn't put any ads in, except for at the very beginning, right when you log, right when the show starts, there should be an ad, and that should be the only ad you see the whole time during the show. But I'll have to double check that next time. This is just being a flummoxed show. This is just the cursed show today. So, all right. So we're going to do, so we're going to do the giveaway. Before we do, make sure you go to the top, the pinned comment right above. It's right up here on top of chat. Go over there. Make sure you've joined Whatnot, got your free credit. It'll give you anywhere from $10 to $200. You can use it however you see fit. Buy whatever you want. You can get $200, get some free gold. Can't beat that. Jeff McKeown, thank you for joining the show. Make sure this is a very limited thing that they're doing. 2 weeks ago it was $15, and I guarantee you in 2 weeks it'll probably drop down to $10 as the guaranteed. So right now they're doing random for new people. You can get anywhere from $10 to $200. You can use all of it at once, some of it at once. And the only reason I'm telling everyone to do this is because I want you to go over to say hi to Mike. His name's Gold Sal over on Whatnot, because he donated 8 bags of Paydirt to give out this month. So I want, show a little bit of love back to him. Curse of AC Island. Yeah, everything. This is just the year of the curses for my house. I shot the rest of the video for my money pit in my backyard. My money pit in the backyard is still a hole back there. I did patch it, but I don't have enough dirt to fill it with. I have to go buy dirt to fill that. My plumbing is absolutely sucking because old cast iron decided this is a year that the cast iron is going to finally rust closed and stop draining. And now my AC. So, luckily that's all 3 of them. So, my appliances are new, so hopefully they won't go bad, but you never know. They could go bad too. Everything built these days could be shot in half a second. I'm sorry about that, brother. There really shouldn't. I try and make sure there's never ads during the live show because, it's a live show. So there will be a gutter gold bag or 2 after Dylan's live. So there you go. Go over there and get some gutter gold. If you get some good, and that's the one good thing about the Whatnot is if they give you $20 credit, you can bid, $5 or $10 more, and then you actually save $10 on something. So Stephen Curry, yeah, and they will ship. A lot of them will ship overseas. Alaskan Assassin Adventures. So I'm gonna give it like 5 or 6 minutes. Again, go to the top, pinned comment, join Whatnot, say hi to Mike Gold Sal, follow him or follow me, Miller Prospecting. Leave a comment in the hidden video. Tell me you followed or don't. I'm kind of not gonna be a sticker. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go reset my AC so I can turn my AC back on, get my son comfortable. And then I'm going to go start dealing with some stuff, and we're going to do the giveaway. So give me 1 second. Let me go turn this all back on, and then we're going to do the giveaway. So make sure, join Whatnot, say hi to Mike, say something in the hidden comment. So. All right. That's the only good thing about having my show down in the basement is the breakers are right here. So, all right. All right. Let's see. Let's see if that works. See how long before it pops a breaker. You know, at least when I'm down here, I can hear it. See, that's the problem is when I'm upstairs, if I'm sleeping, I won't hear it. So, I apologize. I'm sure you can hear the AC too, but. Be careful, I spent too much on Whatnot to date. Yeah. The only reason, it's funny, so originally I just wanted a bag of gutter gold. I joined Whatnot because I really wanted a bag of the gutter gold on there. But then he dumped so much gold in there, it was like 6 grams, and I was like, oh my God, this is going to cost me so much money because I wanted it for my shelf. And then I was like, well, $600, I can't afford that for my shelf. You know, so I was like, okay, I guess we're going to turn it into a month of gold nugget sales Paydirt. I was like, we'll do a Whatnot exclusive bag of Paydirt and all this. And so it kind of worked out because now, you know, I don't get to put the Whatnot gold on my shelf. I don't get to keep the gutter gold, but I get to give it to my Patreon members. I might take out that quartz nugget or something for my kids and put the other one in there. I don't know how I'll work that out, but it's going to be gutter gold month for the Patreon members. Yeah, just email me, Lord Shadow. You have my email, right? So, Nightbot will give you my email if you can't remember, if you don't have it. Yeah, just email me your address and I'll send you a sticker. Yeah. There you go. So, all right, let me go make sure everything is set up. Let's say bye to the gold. I will take pictures of this gold. I might take pictures of some of it on the scale, but not all of it, because the bigger pieces will probably be for the gold guessing contest. It will be coming out Saturday. So I will take a picture of all of the gold, and then I'll weigh up some of it just to see how much I got. Because if I remember right, it was 6 grams. I want to see how close to that it was. I will post a ROI on Patreon. You don't need to be a member. You can a paid member. You can be a free member on Patreon. It's patreon.com/Miller Prospecting. And then you can also get a little hint because free members can guess in the gold guessing contest. I allow every member free all the way up. Every member can join and guess at the gold, and they will all win prizes. For the free tier, it will be a copper round this month, a painted prospector copper round that was donated by Whiskey Lover. So we'll be giving that away for the free members. So you can win something by being a free member and, you know, see some pictures of some beautiful gold. So, all right. Let me see. What are we doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Just flummoxed here. But all right. I appreciate everyone hanging out with me today while I deal with this. Jeff O'Reilly, my gutter gold is on the way. Can't wait. Yeah, like I said, I really love this stuff. I am not a fan. You know, I don't like buying, you know, specimen gold because I think it's too expensive. I'm poor. I can't afford specimen gold. Disabled, small disability check a month. I make a little bit from YouTube, very little bit from YouTube. Specimen gold is out of my reach. You know, a gram of gold, a gram nugget is probably like $125. You know, every month or two I can buy one for my kids. I set that aside for my kids. But getting, you know, paying $225 for a 1 gram nugget, it's like, no, even though I know it would probably sell for that back to the seller or to somebody else, it's just in my head, the math just you know, it's like, no. But this is a good way. The gutter gold, I think, especially they're not going for humongous prices, you know. The bags that I'm seeing selling are selling for right around $110, $115 for, you know, per gram. So you get some beautiful specimen gold, and, you know, you get a lot of surprises too. That's the good thing about it too. So you're not just saying, oh yeah, I got a whole bunch of, you know, shiny gold. Looks like it came right out of, you know, the Diet Coke cleaning machine, you know. But no, you can get some nice, beautiful specimen stuff out of there. So yeah, I really like this one. I'll probably, you know, I'm not going to show on the show. I want to go and Whatnot after the show and bid on a bag, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go deal with these AC people. So. All right, let's do the giveaway. Let's shrink down the ugly mug, get rid of the pan and cam. There we go. Pan and cam down. There we go. So let's shrink down the ugly mug. We got that? Yeah. All right, there we go. The famous Miller Prospecting Paydirt with the top 10 recommended sellers, last 100 reviews. We got worst 25 ROIs of all time and sellers to avoid. Now, I am going to, sometime this month, I am going to be updating my top 10 recommended sellers. It's going to be a total revamp. A lot of sellers are moving stuff off on stuff like that. So the top 10 recommended sellers is going to be changing probably on the 15th or 16th later in the month, the second half of the month. I've already been working on it. But the top 10 recommended sellers are going to be moving around a slot. It's a whole bunch. So keep up on that. Let's fetch this. Now, again, we're giving away 2 bags of Paydirt today. First one we're going to give away is going to give away. So this is the way it's going to work. Just to be a little different. I know not everyone probably listened to me and put follow in the random comment, but the first name I pick, if it says follow in it, you will get the gutter gold. If you don't say follow, you're getting the best of California. And then the second pick, no matter what you say, you'll get the other bag. So that's the way it's going to work. First pick. Now, again, you must post something in a live chat too. YouTube, its affiliates have nothing to do with this giveaway. This is 100% by me to give back to all my fans who are putting up with my craziness today. All right. So, but pull a name. First name I pull. If you say follow, you get the gutter gold. If you didn't say follow, you get the best of California. Second name I pick, you get whatever's left over. But you must post something in the live chat before the end of the show, which is going to be in like 6 minutes. So if you don't post something in the last chat, you lose your prize. You will not get whichever bag you won. You won't get it. And then next week, I'll give it away to somebody else. So let's go. Everyone understand those rules? Make sure you post something in the live chat. If you said follow, let's pick winner number 1. S.R. Curry, 2022 122. Is that you, Alan? I don't know if that is you, but you didn't say follow. So you're getting the California bag. So S.R. Curry gets the follow bag. The next person is getting the gutter gold bag, which is going to be following whatnot, Mr. Joshua Journey ZZZ. I don't know who any of these people are. So post in live chat who you are. I might have to make you email me to verify who you are because YouTube has decided to just put the and sign on there. But there we go. Those are the bags we have. Now you must post something in live chat as well. So there you go. Congratulations to the winners. Oh, that's you. That's Stephen Curry. Okay. I didn't even see how it was spelled. See, like I said, my mind's kind of out of it, which is good. As much as I do love you, Alan, that saved me $25. No, but Stephen Curry, will need y'all to email me. Here, I'll put my email on this thing. Email me, Dylan@MillerProspecting.com. So send me your address so I can send you off the prizes you've won. Now we're still waiting for. Oh, that was you, Tomcat Josh? That was you? All right, let's make. I don't know why y'all are looking at little tiny me. You need giant, ugly mug face time. No. There's your Joshua Journey, Tomcat Josh. Well, congratulations, Tomcat. I appreciate you following me. And following Mike. So I'll be email me, both of y'all, Tomcat Josh, Stephen Curry. Email me your addresses, and I will send these out to you. It might take me a day or two. I'm kind of slow. But Aqua Donkey, how's it going? But congratulations. Now, again, next week, I will be giving away 2 bags as well. One of those will be a gutter gold Paydirt as well. So next Tuesday, hopefully it'll be a longer show next Tuesday. I know it'll be a longer show next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we're going to be panning out some more Paydirt from Mike, and we're going to be giving away some more Paydirt from Mike. Okay, thank you very much, Josh Ortiz. Yeah, that's the thing that sucks is if it doesn't show me the name, pretty much anybody can say that's me. And usually what happens is when they email me, I just tell them, okay, go post say 1, 2, 3 on a video of mine so I can verify it's you. But because I could technically do it now, but after the show, it just makes it 10 times harder to do. So, but thank you very much for joining the show. I appreciate everyone who joined me on the show tonight. I know it was kind of a rambling show and not very productive. We didn't pan out a whole bunch, and I've been frazzled all day. So I'm going to go call AC people, try and fix that. I will try and pop over on Whatnot. I'm really hoping to pop on Whatnot so I can hang out, make my night a little better just looking at some gold, hopefully not spending any money on gold. And then, like I said, Saturday, the gold guessing contest will be out tomorrow. Patreon, daily ROI, as well as pictures from tonight. There's going to be as many pictures I can possibly take of all the gold tonight, because it's some beautiful gold tonight. I want to send a ton of pictures on Patreon tomorrow. You don't need to be a paid member. You can be a free member to see all the pictures. They posted a ton of pictures of tonight's gold. Then what else do we have? Saturday, we'll have the gold guessing contest, as well as all the prizes we'll be having. There's going to be a lot of Paydirt. Got your gold Paydirt. And then next Tuesday, I don't know what we're painting out next Tuesday. Maybe we're painting up the White Horse. I've got a couple bags of Paydirt there. That's why I've been stockpiling, Mike, is for this month. So, and then as you can see behind me, I have a whole bunch more Paydirt to give away. So, but I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go start calling some AC people. I really appreciate everyone hanging in with me tonight. And I hope everyone has an awesome night. Hopefully everyone stays cool tonight, including myself and my son. And then I will see you all next Tuesday, if I don't see you on Whatnot later tonight. But thanks, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Have an absolute blessed week. And I will see you all next Tuesday, if not on Whatnot.